Welcome back. In this video, you will learn how you can create standalone and dependent tree of tasks in Snowflake. Let's go to your Snowflake trial account, and the first thing that I am going to do is I am going to change my role from the sysadmin to account admin. Let's execute the query and you will see that my role has been successfully changed. Before I go ahead to create and execute task, let me first create a new role. So I'm going to write the query create role and I'm going to give the role the name task underscore owner. Let's execute the query and you will see that your task has been successfully created. Once our role is created, next I am going to grant it access to certain objects. So firstly, I am going to grant it usage access to our warehouse. Execute the query and the access will be granted to the user. Next, I am going to grant it access to the database e-commerce underscore DB. Once you execute the query, the access will be granted to the user task owner. After that, I am going to provide it usage access to the schema e-commerce underscore live. And once I execute the query, you will see that the usage access will be granted to the role. After granting the usage access on the warehouse, database and schema, next I am going to grant select access to the e-commerce underscore live dot line item table to the role task owner that we just created. And similarly, I am also going to grant select access to the e-commerce underscore live dot orders table to the task owner. Execute these two queries together and both the access will be granted to the new role. After doing all of this, next I am going to provide the permission to create task on the schema e-commerce underscore live to the new role task owner that we just created. This is being done to ensure that the new role task owner has the permission to create different tasks on the schema e-commerce underscore live. After providing it permission to create task on the schema, next I am going to grant it permission to execute task on the schema as well. Once this is done, next I am going to grant it the ownership to all the tasks that I created on the schema e-commerce underscore live to the role task owner that we just created. Let's execute the query and it is causing me an error. Okay, so there is a problem. Grant ownership on all tasks in schema e-commerce underscore db dot e-commerce underscore live. Now run it again. And yes, now both the statements executed successfully. Let's move one step further. And now I am going to grant table creation access inside the schema to the role task owner that we just created. After providing all of the above mentioned permissions to the new role task owner, next I am going to grant this role to a user that I created for myself, which is Aliza1. And then I am going to switch my role to the task owner to perform further operations. So up till now, we have created a new role and we have provided it permission to access all the databases, tables and schema. After doing all of this, let's move one step further, and now I am going to create two new tables using the role that we have just created. So the first table that I am going to create is called daily aggregated summary, and the second table that I am going to create is called orders by ship mode. And you can see all the columns that I am going to create inside each of the two tables. Let's execute both these queries together and you will see that both tables will be created. I have created these two tables in order to store the results of the SQL, which will be triggered from within the task that we are going to create now. So everything that we have done so far are the prerequisites of creating the task. Now I am going to actually create the task. I am going to call it task daily sales summary. And inside this task, you have to provide a few parameters. First thing is that you have to provide the warehouse name, and the warehouse that I am going to use is product underscore Excel. Next, we have to provide a schedule for the task at which it will be triggered. So I am going to provide it a value that it should be triggered every day at 8 a.m. according to the UTC time. Then after the keyword as, the most important thing of the task comes, which is the SQL statement that needs to be executed. So for the query part, I am going to use a nested query. In the outer query, I am going to insert some data into the table that we just created, which is called the daily aggregated summary, and the data is going to be inserted using a select statement that I am going to write now. So for the inner query, I am going to calculate the sum of few values from a particular table. So for the first value, I am going to calculate the sum of L underscore quantity, and I am going to call it sum quantity. After that, I am going to calculate the sum of L underscore extended price, and I am going to call it total base price. After that, I am going to calculate the total discount price, for which I am going to calculate the sum of L underscore extended price, and I am going to multiply it by 1 minus L underscore discount price, and this is going to give me the total discount price. After that, I am going to calculate the total charge, and for that I'll apply a formula. Firstly, I am going to calculate the sum of L underscore extended price multiplied by 1 minus L underscore discount into 1 minus L underscore tax, and this will be the total charge for the particular order. Then I am going to count all the records from the table, and I am going to call it count order, which is going to give me the total number of orders present inside the table. After doing so, I am going to select a few more columns from the table. Firstly, I am going to convert L underscore ship date to the date format, and I am going to call it ship date in the output that is going to be displayed. And the last column that I am going to select is L underscore mode, and I am going to call it shipped mode. And all of these columns will be selected from the table line item which is present inside the schema e-commerce underscore live. And all of these columns will be selected for the record where shipped underscore date is 17th July and the year is 1996. And then finally, I am going to group the data on the basis of shipped underscore date and shipped underscore mode. Let me summarize it. So when the task daily sales summary is going to be triggered, then the sum of quantity, total base price, total discount price, total charge, order count, ship date, and ship mode will be selected from the table line item present inside the schema e-commerce underscore live, and all of these columns will be inserted into the daily aggregated summary table. Now let's go ahead and execute this query, and upon execution you will see that task has been successfully created. Now let's go ahead and validate the creation of the task, and for that I am going to write the query show task, and it is going to display me all the tasks available. Upon executing the query, you will see that there is a single task present called task daily sales summary, having task ID, database name, database schema, owner, warehouse, schedule, state, definition. And if you notice, the state of the task is suspended. So this means that currently our task is suspended and it is not running, so we need to resume the task by changing our task. And this can be done by simply using the resume keyword. So I am going to write the query alter task. After that, I am going to provide the name of my task, which is task daily sales summary, and then I am going to use the resume keyword. Then simply execute the query and you will see that your task will be resumed. Let's verify this by running the show task command again. So I am going to copy it and paste it and run it again. And upon executing the query, you will see that now the state of the task has been changed from suspended to started. So now the task is going to start at 8 AM UTC time every day. And that's how you can create a simple standalone task. Now I'm going to create dependent task. So let's create a second task which is going to be dependent on the first one. And I'm going to write the query create task, and the name of my task is going to be task orders by ship mode. And then I am going to go back to my previous task, which is the task daily sales summary, and I am going to copy few statements from it and paste it in the new task. Since this task is going to get the data from the table daily aggregated summary, which we created in the task daily sales summary, so this task must execute after the task which is called daily sales summary. So I am going to define it by using the after keyword and providing the name of the task. Then, as explained earlier, after the as keyword, I am going to define the query that needs to be executed when the task is triggered. So I am going to write the query insert into e-commerce db.ecommerce underscore live orders by ship mode table, and data inside this table will come from within another query which I am going to say select, and then I am going to pass a few values which is going to be the rounded value of the sum of. Then I am going to select the rounded off value for the sum of total discount price, and I am going to call it total discount. Then I am going to select ship date and ship mode from the daily aggregated summary table that we created in the previous task. So let's just go ahead and execute the query, and you will see that it is saying unable to update graph with root task e-commerce underscore live dot task sales summary says that root task is not suspended. It means that when you create a task that is dependent on another task, then you have to ensure that the parent task is suspended at the time of creation of the dependent task. So all I have to do is change the state of the parent task from resume to suspended. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to change the state from resume to suspend. Then simply execute the query to change the state of the task to suspended. So once this is done, now let's go ahead and rerun your dependent task to see if it is created. And yeah, it is created successfully. Let's go ahead and view the task once again to see the data and the state of both the tasks that we created. Then simply execute the query, and you will see that now we have two tasks, and if you scroll horizontally, you will see that there is no schedule for the dependent task. This is because it is going to be triggered after the execution of the parent task. Then you can see that we have predecessor for the dependent task, which means that it depends on the parent task. Now the state of both the task is suspended. So now in order to run the task, I have to change its state from suspended to resume. So I am simply going to run the alter task statement again, and I am going to change the state of both the tasks from suspended to resume. Now let's execute the first query, and you will see that our task has been successfully resumed. Let's resume the second task now, execute it, and I'm getting an error because the first task is not suspended. Okay, now go back to your first statement and change the status from the resume to suspend. Execute the query so that our parent task is suspended. And once this is done, then I'm going to go ahead and execute my dependent task to change its state to resume. And once I do this, now it is successfully resumed. And once the dependent task is resumed, go ahead and use the alter task statement again to change the status of the parent task from the suspended back to the resume status. Go ahead and simply execute your query to change the status. Now I am going to run the show tasks statement again, and upon execution you will see that now I have two tasks, and if I scroll horizontally you will see that the state of both the tasks is started. And this is how you can create standalone and dependent trees of tasks in Snowflake. That's all for this video. I'll see you in the next one.